Yeah, so I think what this lectureship award recognizes was some of the work we did on stabilization chemistry of biomass conversions, and we developed sort of other reactions that could stop those degradation reactions.
Recognized my research mainly focused on the catalyst innovation for minimize the CO2 emission from oil refining, and also for the biorefining, and convert CO2 and solid waste to fuels and chemicals.
Our lab is really focused in reducing the energy efficiency of desalination through 3 distinct pathways. So we are aware that water is becoming more scarce, and as that scarcity increases, we're going to need to augment our existing freshwater supplies with non-traditional sources, things like seawater, municipal wastewater, and even industrial wastewater sources. I've always been attracted to the challenge of working in really complex systems, particularly tightly integrated human and environmental systems. And I really love working at the interface of these areas.
Before my PhD, I got a bachelor and a master in the environmental engineering. My PhD is in the chemical engineering, so therefore I would like to combine the environmental engineering and the chemical engineering together for more clean and sustainable chemical process, because the chemical process is very important. Industry is very important for our society, for the food industry, for the drug industry, and also for the energy industry.
The big research questions, I think, are really around how do we build a next generation water treatment infrastructure system. And it needs to be so adaptable that as its performance improves, the system itself actually gets better over time instead of degrading in quality and efficacy over time.
So I think a big opportunity, especially for us academics with maybe a little bit of a longer time frame of thinking, is to redesign a new chemistry where we're no longer retrofitting to petroleum, but designing new intermediates and products that are kind of tailored to what we're starting with, as opposed to retrofitted to this old substrate.
Well, if I wasn't a scientist or engineer, I'd probably be serving in my role as research director for the National Alliance for Water Innovation. So I often feel like that second role is truly a second job.
I've always kind of liked economics, so maybe that would be something.
If I'm not a scientist or engineer, then I think I will be an environmental protection officer, because I was offered that position at my hometown, like after my bachelor degree in the environmental engineering.
To really stick to fundamentals, even if you're going into a new area. And I think if you really try to understand what's going on and explain the research you have by using sort of just fundamental research tools, be it characterization or mechanistic understanding of what's going on, you'll build a much stronger foundation for what you're trying to do in the long term.
And hopefully new and young investigators can find that connection between the fundamental and applied research as they also evolve their careers.
I think this is very important, because everyone needs to build up their own strengths and the logo in the research areas.